It's more fun when you're out front rather than being in this mess. Full contact. Oh, Wallace.
We haven't really spoken a lot about Bubba. He too was in the top 10 pretty much all of stage 1. He told me yesterday that, he said, I want you to take this the right way. Of course I wanted to be in the playoffs, but by not being in the playoffs, Steve, it's almost taken a little bit of pressure off me where I can have some more fun, and who knows, I might be able to free up and get a win.
Yeah, well, it's good talking point, but what you really want to be is right in the heat of the battle.
He said that. Yeah, he did say that.
Yes. But I do agree. Listen, I think Bubba Wallace has, he's continued to improve. I know that the goal was to make the playoffs. Disappointed he wasn't in it. But I agree with your assessment that, right, how are we going to perform? How would we perform if we were in the playoffs? You can still rank yourself. Even if the score isn't kept by NASCAR, you can internally keep the score. And I think that's what's required as he jumps to the outside of William Byron. Pretty sporty little move right there at the 23. I think this top is better than we think, Jeff. New tires, normally the bottom dominates, but look at the 23. He jumps up there, Denny Hamlin sees it. He goes up a little defensive and a little because I think there's more speed.
Parker, what you got?
Well, you alluded to it, the pressure taken off that 23 team. I spoke to crew chief Rudy Barker, and he said, the goals now that we're not in the playoffs is to simply get the best finishes possible and to go win a race. And look now, he is the highest running non-playoff driver in this race. And actually, I sat in a little bit of a pre-race chat between him and Bubba, and he said to Bubba, there's times in a race you can kind of lay off and sort of take care of the cars, and we're not doing any of that anymore. We want to go hard from lap 1 to the end of the race and get everything we can each and every lap during this race, is because we have a chance to go out there and do something spectacular. It's obviously running pretty well right now.
Chase Briscoe around the outside of William Byron. To your point, Steve, that highlight early on in this stage.
You can see how aggressive you can be on the outside. How about that yellow car, Joey Logano? Really slow in qualifying 20th. He is driven up to 9th place. So we talk a lot about how it's hard to pass, it's tight. Joey Logano and his teammate in the 12 car, Blaney is also up 12 spots since the start of the race. So both of those Penske cars have good pace.
Jeff, you bring up a good point. All 3 Team Penske Fords started 20th or worse. Blaney is up 12, Logano is up 11, Austin Cindric up 10. They're all marching forward. By the way, courtesy of that amazing run in the opening stage, importantly in the big picture of things, the 20 of Christopher Bell has amassed enough points to lock himself in to the round of 12.
Yeah, so Bubba Wallace talking about he can have fun, not in the playoffs, etc. Well, now Christopher Bell, he is in the playoffs, and he's at Bristol. And now there's no pressure, and this could be the most fun race he ever runs in his life. A pressure-free race at Bristol where you can just go get it. That is a great night.
If I'm Adam Stevens, I'm making sure he knows. Work's done. Go have a good time.
And our graphics department have
In that first stage, I think Logano is really good value. He's maybe not the best car right now, but it's still a lot of racing to go.
Where's Briscoe? About a 6.
No respect. No respect. He's still on there. Just because we don't have him as the top 10, that means he has longer odds than the top 10. Go to your app. Find him if you can believe it. Chase Briscoe.
Well, this guy who we ride with thanks to Monster, Ty Gibbs, plus 1,400. And Gibbs is battling his way and really well to stay on the lead lap. There's the gap between Larson and the 54. As we take you back to something that just transpired. Watch that black car high up.
54 in heavy traffic. It's squeezed right here between 2 cars. Remember, the penalty for the 54 was tail end of the field. He had to line up behind the lap down cars as well. And this is what happens. I mean, look at the craziness, beating and banging. And why? Because you said it. Larson is coming. Larson's 4 cars behind him.
These two have been going at it.
We talked about going a lap down. Well, now Daniel Suarez is 2 down, battling to try to stay 1 down, but Larson getting by him. That makes the task very difficult for the 99. Look, this is a driver that came in 36 above, and there he sits 1 above. That is not a good feeling for the 99 car. Helpless.
How about Stuart Haas Racing's Chase Briscoe? Wife Marissa is any moment, any day, about to give birth to twins. So that was playing on his mind as he has to focus on staying in the playoffs. And Jeff, he's not just staying in the playoffs, he is driving his way to the front of this field.
Yeah, he won that race at Darlington in dramatic style, and a lot of people picked him to be out in the first round of this playoffs, and he's done nothing but perform. Great job by he and the entire team.
Let's check in with Kim Coon. Kimmy?
Yeah, you talk about Chase Briscoe, and the complexion of this race team has totally changed since that Southern 500 win, since making the playoffs. Remember, Stewart-Haas Racing shutting down at the end of the season. The team told me before